What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Unfiltered Fit CEO. I'm your host, Coach Breezy, and this episode is a demo workout. So, for those of you that don't know, I have a community online for business professionals and entrepreneurs that are wanting to learn how to balance your health and wellness alongside your business. In the community, I have workout templates, nutrition templates, mindset, journaling prompts, everything that you need to make the health and wellness process easy without having to sacrifice your business or put anything on the back burner. In the actual community is the templates. These videos are the demos to how to do the exercises and what you should be feeling and all of the things. So if you want a more in-depth accountability, everything else, go ahead and join the community with the link in the description. Otherwise, I hope this workout helps you, and comment below, let me know. All right, let's get to it. So we're going to start with upward downward dog. With this movement, I just need you to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. So you're going to push your chest towards your thighs as much as you can, and then you're going to drop your hips down to the floor. I add in a little rotation with mine. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it. My T-spine's been a little stiff. So if you're feeling tight, just go ahead and add in whatever movement works for you. Really, the purpose of the warm-up, the activation, all of that is just to get you prepared for the workout. So whatever you need, do what you need. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing as a warm-up. You can add stuff. You can take stuff out. If something doesn't feel right, listen to your body. I personally like this one. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Hip circles. This is going to open up your hips. Keep in mind that I'm on all fours, so my knees are underneath my hips, my wrists are underneath my shoulders. As I'm doing this, I'm trying not to open up. So if you notice, my hips aren't rocking, and I'm just making a big circle with my knee going both directions. I always tell my clients, act like there's a table right behind your knee right next to you that you're trying not to hit with your knee, and then just make as big a circle as you can, nice and controlled, or try to make a box. Let's try to make a little square. Do that. Sets and reps are in the template. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you are not in the community, just make sure that you check us out. 7 days free. Give us a try. See if you like it. Then we've got adductor rocks. So these adductor rocks, it's a shitty angle, so you can't really see my foot, but my toes are facing forward and my foot is flat to the ground. There's another angle, I think, later where you'll be able to see it. But I'm just pushing my hips back towards my ankle. So my back foot is active. I'm pushing my hips back, feeling myself pushing that thigh down towards the floor. So yeah, you can see my foot here. Foot is flat, toes are facing forward, pushing my thigh down towards the floor and my hips back. Next, we've got a T-spine rotation. Plenty of different ways you can do a T-spine rotation. This is just one of the ones that I'm doing today. My hand is on my head. I'm rotating only at the spine. My hips are staying exactly where they are. I'm reaching my elbow down as close to the floor as I can get it. Opening up, reaching my elbow up to the sky as high as I can get it. Now, cat-cow. So we're going to pause here for a second. This cat-cow, at the bottom position, my tailbone is pointed to the sky. My belly button is pointed to the floor. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades and my chin is up. So all of these checkpoints. And then the opposite happens when I'm at the top position. So at the top position, my tailbone is tucked to the floor. My belly button is up and away from the floor. My shoulder blades are pulled apart and my chin is tucked. So with cat camel, you're just rocking back and forth between the bottom position and the top position. Now, again, I add a little rocking back and forth because it just feels good to me. You don't necessarily have to do that, but if you want to get a little deeper stretch in that, you can. This one, basic, I just call it hip hammy. Don't really know the actual term for this one, but you're pushing your hips forward and then leaning back to stretch out your hamstring. Push the hips forward, feel that stretch in your hip flexor in the front, and then reach your hips back to feel that stretch in your hamstring. Only thing with this one, just make sure that you're not leaning too far forward to where you don't even feel the stretch. My hips are still tucked. Yes, I'm going a little bit far forward, but I'm still tucking my hips so I feel that stretch in my hip flexor. Now, again, this was another one that just felt good to me, so I added in trunk twist. Now it's time to get into the activation portion. So the activation portion is really further just prepping your body for what you're about to do. Now, me personally, I have some pretty shitty knees from jumping on some shitty tracks all my life and running track in college and all of the things. So my knees, they just need some extra loving. So again, do what feels good for you. If you have bad knees, add in some TKEs. If you have some shitty hips, then add in some hip mobility stuff. And there are other videos and things that go into ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, all of those things that you can do. But TKEs, I'll show you a different angle so you can see actually what my foot is doing. But my feet are in line with each other. I'm not moving at the hips. I'm only moving at the knee. I'm letting the band pull me so there's tension on the band, and then I'm driving my heel to the floor. And in the other angle, you'll be able to see my feet. This was a pretty shitty angle. Sorry about that. It'll come up somewhere. And then I'm doing some glute bridges. So if you look at my toes are kind of raising off the ground just a little bit. So I'm driving through my heels. I'm squeezing my glutes, my hamstrings, and I've got a flat back. Every time I come down, drive through the hips, hamstrings, squeeze the glutes. I did double leg, and then I did single leg. Single leg, my knee is at 90 degrees. I'm driving up through my heel. Again, feel that burn. Squeeze your glute and hamstring. Foot at 90 degrees, push back. I also realized that my hands are pretty lazy right here. So this is how they're actually supposed to look. Drive your elbows down so that way you have more force coming up. And then we do a clamshell. Now I realize this angle is pretty crazy, but this is a more advanced clamshell if you don't have a mini band and not really, I didn't feel like going to get a plate, but this is a clamshell for the warm-up portion. I'm just coming up. I'm driving that bottom knee through the floor, and I'm separating my knees. Again, keeping my knees at 90 degrees, driving through, keeping your core tight, all that stuff. Here's the other angle of that TKE, so you see what my foot is doing. My heel is coming up slightly, but my hips are staying in position. My hips aren't moving. I'm letting the band pull me, so I'm far back enough to where there's tension, and it can pull me and create some resistance, and then I'm squeezing my quad. Now, last exercise that we're doing for the activation portion is going to be scat pulls, because this is a total body workout. So there's some upper body movements in there. Scat pulls, you're literally just doing a dead hang, allowing your body to just decompress and fall down. So you're literally just hanging, and then you're pulling up only at the scaps. It's not a full pull up, so my elbows aren't bending. I'm only pulling at the shoulder blades. Now, let's get into the actual workout. So my gym doesn't allow me to move the seat, so that's why you see this pad back here. You likely don't need to do that, but here's a little hack. If you do feel like you need a little bit of extra range of motion and your knees aren't getting far back enough, then, do something like that. Yeah, here we are just doing some leg presses. Your feet position, there are a couple different feet positions you can do. I just did a neutral stance. Neutral stance is going to target kind of even across the board, quads, glutes, hamstrings. If you come in a little closer, bring your feet a little bit more narrow like this, then that's going to be more quad focused. And then if you spread them out wider, then that's going to be more kind of like a sumo stance. So inner thighs, that sort of thing. Then we're supersetting that with some lat pull downs. Again, same concept. Lat pull downs, you can change your hand placement if you want them closer, if you want underhand. I don't care. If I'm being honest, it doesn't matter that much. You're doing something, do what feels good, switch up your grip every now and then. Don't do the same one every single time. As long as you're switching it up, you're perfectly fine. All right, up next, we've got our chest press. Now, again, keep in mind, this is a machine-focused workout. So if you are a beginner, if you're somebody that's still trying to get comfortable with the gym and the equipment and everything, you're not really comfortable using dumbbells, this workout is for you. There's not much extra range of motion you can add to it, which eliminates risk of injury. So if you're monitoring your weight, making sure that you're not going super crazy on the weight, then it's really hard to fuck this up. Next up in the superset, we've got our seated cable rows. Again, this is another back exercise. So anything that's pulling, where you're pulling the weight to you, is going to be more of a posterior chain, which is like back, hamstrings, glutes, things like that. And then anything that is a push, which is going away, which like our chest press, is going to be more anterior chain, which is chest, quads, things like that. So with this exercise, again, shoulders down and away from your ears. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together, pulling your elbows back. I always say act like you're trying to put your elbows in your back pockets. And then last but not least, we've got our glute kickbacks. This exercise, now, okay, you see me trying to rig this machine. Most gyms are going to have an ankle strap where you just wrap it around your ankle. My gym does not, so I had to kind of rig it a little bit. with this exercise, you're going to stabilize with the bottom leg, and then you're kicking back with the leg that's rigged or strapped or whatever. This exercise, you should feel it in your glute and hamstring, but when you feel it in that leg that's on the ground, it is okay because you're stabilizing. If you think about it, you're literally holding up your entire body on that one leg while moving and doing things with the other leg. So, okay, yes, it's going to burn. So when you feel that burn in that other leg, thinking that you're not doing it right, perfectly fine. You're still doing it right. It's just bound to happen, okay? So this was our beginner-friendly machine-based gym workout that is found in the templates of the FitPreneurs Collective Community. That information can all be found in the description below. Give this workout a try. Let me know what you think. Let me know how it feels, all of the things, and I will see you guys in the next video.